Another day, another doubloon. Still not in a self-cleaning lab, but it's good enough. Thank you for the likes already, you guys. It's crazy. Actually, that's not the right size. Go ahead and work on 2 more 7D core arrays just to finish up the model. I know it's weird that I didn't really think about it until I started reading the comments on the teleportation thing. But I mean, I actually think there might definitely be a type of teleportation that's possible. And if you look back on Star Trek, you know, we got cell phones from that. We got the other thing from that. I just saw some commercial on that. So maybe they also predicted the teleporter. It's not that out there, I don't think. Just gotta give it a shot. Oh, you know what? I don't even have multiple 3D core arrays. So how is this even gonna go down? Thanks, I'm glad it's good ASMR. I'm missing, well, I'm not really missing, but what the heck? Anyway, I only have one 3D core array. It's quite battered. Quite battered indeed. Clean that up a little bit more. Don't want anything hindering its function. So I'm gonna have to make a second 3D core array really quick. And then I can test the dual board. I wanted to get like a rock to stand in as a writer. But what's my goal? The goal is with this right here. I mean, I have lots of goals, I guess, but what I'm doing right here is a hoverboard. Yesterday we did the teleportation. I don't think I'm gonna jump. I'm just doing a quick live today. Cause it's really kind of late and I want to be fresh tomorrow. Thank you for the 2 roses. Trades, do I remember you? Honestly, I don't. I'm gonna be straight with you. But it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate you coming back. Was it from yesterday? If it was from yesterday, then I do remember you. But if it was from further that, because I kind of remember you from yesterday. All right, I have 5. I need to find 2 more. The beads kind of just all absconded in their own direction. The pearls. Here we go. 2 more. There we go. Boom. Oh, let's knock this out. Thank you so much, Crix. Today we're getting back to I actually think I figured out, maybe it was from percolating them in the time machine, the 3D time machine, but I think I figured out the correct shape for the 7D core array outer core, whatever you want to call it. Basically, I'm going to make them rectangular, so I'm going to try that out right now. But I need another... Oh, no, I forgot. This one doesn't have a... This one's kind of messed up. Let me see if I have a pin. Yeah. Let's Fortunately, the holes on this one are a little bit too small. Let's see if I can enlarge it so that oh, perfect. Perfect. I should actually do that with all of them. That'll make them super easy to thread. See, look at that. Oh yeah, that is perfect. Let me take this other one off. Why do people think we're joking with the 10th dimension? The more I think about it, I realize how fair. I mean, I've always thought it was pretty fair. I don't really mind. I mean, you know, someone says, oh, there's a 10th dimension. It took me a while. I mean, and I'm still not sure. I'm actually waiting every day to find out that I'm entirely wrong. And I don't mind. I don't mind if I do. Because either way, it's helping me accrue a lot of knowledge. Just today, I discovered that, I mean, really, no matter what, I'm kind of not wrong. Because there's this thing called Hilbert space. I don't know if you guys know what Hilbert space is. But in Hilbert space, Hilbert space is basically the realm of quantum mechanics. And in Hilbert space, there are infinite dimensions. So, I mean, either way, some of my stuff is correct. If I have to make one big tweak, you know, towards the end, no biggie. No biggie. But, as far as I can tell, so far I'm correct. Enough for me to continue. Got to put that caveat in there. I also studied the Hilbert space. Oh, very cool. What do you think? Oh, what the heck? I don't think that's a real thing, Theodore. How does the time machine work? Basically, by lowering entropy and then encoding the data. So addresses are fourth dimensional concepts, like fourth dimensional destinations. So we set the address is time machine, lower the entropy, and then direct it towards time travel. What is time travel? Well, that depends on the time traveler. So it basically creates a blank slate where time is moving in your preferred direction. Now, how do you engage it? What you are seeing in front of you is me engaging the time machine. I'm doing my work inside of a time machine, thereby moving faster in time towards my destination, which the only destination you can have in 4 dimensions is, well, I mean, lots of things, data, but also an arrangement of 3 dimensions. Oh. All right, we got 1 core on. Ooh, 2 cores on. This is detailed work. Sometimes, you know, you're just in the slog, guys. Slogging away. 3 cores on. What the heck's on that? My focus is waning. Where's that thing I was using? Maybe I don't need it. We'll leave him for last. Actually, there's 4 other ones, so I'm new. What's going on here? We're just working on the time machine testing for the day. After this, really, I should be moving on to the full scale model. Though, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So we're 5 in, 2 more to go. Sorry, I'm sure this part's not very ASMR, but I've gone with the concept of 7 cores. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I also think temporally, data that is preference to your destination kind of gets encoded by the time machine. That's a little wishy-washy, a little hopey, but I've seen results. I've seen results. All right, step one. Now that this is the second time that I've done it, you see that? Everything's about how many times you can do it. You know, you can say, oh, how come I didn't do this? How come I didn't discover that? How many times did you try? Realistically, how many times did you actually try? You know, people act like everything, you know, it's like so hard to do what you want to do. How many times did you try to do what you wanted to do? I mean, you can talk about it, but see, I'm talking right now. I'm not even doing that good of a job. Trial and error. Human beings are pretty amazing. If you try to do anything, like really try, trust me, you'll make some progress. You will make some progress. Which is what people do, you know. Not hating. Everyone has different goals. Not everyone wants to try to build a hoverboard, you know. How did you create the base model for the hoverboard? Which base model? Oh, there we go. I really don't even know how that happens. It just like ends up snapping into this configuration, which is like the ideal configuration. 2 times it did it. I just think the time machine. It must just be sufficient complexity. It's inevitable. Perfect. Now we have a second core. Sorry that was so boring, guys. I had to focus to do that. It takes a lot of energy. What's your thoughts on the new gravitational field theory? Which one? By whom? I haven't seen much about it. I don't know anything about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right. Let's get this thing going. What's the best way to do this? Be easier if I tied it first. So let's go ahead and put this down. What theory am I going based off of? It's a bunch of trial and error, a bunch of attempts at the same thing. And then my own personal theories on physics. But if you'd like to know, let me just dive into it. I'm focused so much, but it's 10th dimensional because, and I actually realized I was going through some of my videos today, I've actually done 10th dimensional hover boots before, interestingly enough. But anyway, the board is 10th dimensional because my theory of the 10th dimension, I have a few correlations. 1, soil. 2, completion. 3, hover itself. So when working on the 7th dimensional hoverboard, I started to realize that I had hit a barrier, that we couldn't hover with the 7th dimension, that it would be too unstable. 270 core clusters. Yes, sir, Mal. We're using 270 core clusters right now. Now, and I didn't realize at the time exactly, though from then I did start to realize that the 10th dimension might be, actually this might not work, so this might not be the last model test, that we needed to go into a complete, that's actually what I was thinking. I was like, okay, I need to go into a complete board that is meant for hover. And what I meant by that at the time was no moving parts. It needs to be all one piece. This is what I've decided is the best configuration, by the way. You know, I did the 12-sided, 8-sided, 6-sided. I tried all those. And I realized that 4-sided is the best. But anyway, actually, now that I think about it, 3-sided might be the best. But anyway, we're going to go with 4-sided for now. See how this works. If we need to do it again, we'll do it again. But I'm just going to do a quick live tonight, you guys. should have done this before I added the 3D, the slime to it to make it full volume 3D. All right. So I decided I need to make one complete board. It couldn't be a bunch of moving parts. It needed to be solid, you know, so when it hits, because the engineering feat from 7th Dimension was just too crazy. And that was the core. So why did I have the core? That was one of the videos actually that went, earliest videos that went viral, was when I was talking about the 7th Dimensional cores. How did I get to that epiphany? Basically, I was actually leveling up from the Big Bang itself. Do I think I'm smarter than Albert Einstein? No. I was like, okay, what was the order in which things were created? So first thing that was created in my hypothesis was the neutrino, and that is the 0 dimension. Second thing that was created relatively, I mean, there's a lot of other particles, but versions of those particles, neutrinos, and then the electrons. So neutrinos, 0 dimensions, electrons, first dimension, quarks, we're going up now. I think the down, today I realized that the down and the up quark, that's pretty dank. Look at that, guys. It's freaking amazing. That the down and the up quark might be the second dimension together. I realized, I thought it was just the not the down. Yeah, I thought it was just the down quark, but I think it might be the down and the up quark. And then we get into the proton, third dimension, full atoms for the fourth dimension, molecules themselves for the fifth dimension. Wait, is that how I got to the core of the Earth? Oh, and then I was getting into, you know, what's the sixth dimensional particle? Anyway, that ended up me thinking about the evolution of the universe somehow, and the progression of molecules allowed for matter to exist. Gravity allowed for matter to exist, fifth dimension. And then, what was the sixth dimension? Sixth dimension was something, but then I think sixth dimension was... what was it? Something after matter, and then... oh, okay. Sixth dimension was compounds. So composite matter, multiple different types of molecules. And so like rocks and stuff like that. And then you get into what happened. Our planet developed a core, and then it developed an atmosphere, which was at the time the eighth dimension in my hypothesis, which it still is, eighth dimension, atmosphere and fusion. And then fifth dimension, which now I've related to tectonic plates. 10th dimension, the whole planet, soil. So, and soil is the natural ability for us to hover, which allowed for life to come, because we can't be part of the earth physically. We need to be in this in-between layer of the earth, the matter, the atmosphere, and the universe. Anyway, let's test this thing. I've delayed too long. Doing a couple tests and I'm out of here. Real spiel. This is just what I think, guys. I'm allowed to have my hypothesis. Let me hear yours. I mean, you don't have to develop your own hypothesis. Nothing wrong with just being a regular citizen. All right. Well, that time I think I pushed it up. If it did that by itself, that'd be crazy. Let's see what's going on here. All right, we see. I don't know if you guys can see what's going on there. It's just getting pushed under the wheels. Not bad. Oh, that was nice, though, on launch and release. I think one little tweak might actually pushed up really nicely, actually. And they didn't immediately fall apart like some of the other ones. It's not bad, actually. The cores are kind of doing what they're supposed to do. The qubit, the strings are in place for qubit. Qubits. This whole time I've been saying qubits wrong. They're called qubits. Anyway. Okay, that's cool. We need more tension here. And this needs to start in the actual front of the board, not in the middle. Actually needs to be tighter as well, which I don't know how I'm going to do since it's already tied. Oh, I know what I did last time. I just doubled it. That's probably why it's not going to work right now. Oh, jeez. I consider this a success though. Seems to be working quite fine. I just have to dial it in. Oh my gosh. See, the problem there is just the qubit is too low, but it's actually, even with the qubit being too, not low, loose, even with the qubit being too loose, it's actually working really well. So what can I do to instantly make this actually work? I'm too lazy to do it the right way, so. Sorry, I'm kind of not seeing the chat as much. It's hard to do both. Define working well. It's allowing for sufficient energy to be translated from the vertical to the horizontal, which means it will successfully allow the board to navigate altitude differences, which is all I could dream of. Let me go ahead and put this under both of them. We'll see if maybe the dual boarding of it also adds its own effect. I need one other item because it's still being a stubborn jerk. Well, we're doing it. We're doing it live. This is really just for tension. It has nothing to do with the structural eventuality of the board. Okay. Jeez. This is an abject failure. But I just need to test it where I have it. Okay. Now it's just faking for you guys. It doesn't want to work. Got it on, and yet I destroyed it at the same time. All right. Well, you know what? Fine. We don't have to use that. Are we to assume time dilation would be similar to how a time machine would operate? Time dilation in what? You are so close. I mean, I got to test it a couple times, so even if I don't get it again, which I don't see why that would happen. I don't mind. Let me get this other thing off of here. It's just too goofy. And the thing is, this is why testing is important, because that's a genuine concern. I don't actually know how I would attach it. Actually, you know what? Screw this. No, I want it to be mobile. Dang it. So it does need the qubits, the qubit strings, the qubit lattice. But it needs some sort of qubit gate. And I don't know what to do about that. Kinyo Dahmer, what does that mean? Missed that comment. Does this conduct heat? Is this a concern? Heat's not a concern, though. If it became one, I'd probably have to engineer that into the 70 core array. You know, I did have some idea. Heat could actually be an added benefit if we can find a way to store it. There's a lot of things we can do with heat. A lot of things we can do with heat. Heat is quite valuable. All right, let's give this another test. I added some extra fluid to it. That's what I want to see. So let's see what's going on here. See, it's just too loose though. I mean, it's really, I can tell it's going to do what it needs to do, but okay, well, it's cool. I know what to do. Just increase the lattice. Well, that's not going to work, actually. Whew, this is actually good. This is one of the, I'm getting so much data from this test. This is actually quite phenomenal. See, this is the issue right here. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can double it. I tried it, but I gave up too soon. Oh, jeez. Wow. We are struggling, ladies and gentlemen. You shared the live. Thank you so much. And we're chilling tonight. Just the Hoverboards. Thank you guys for 5K likes. I mean, or 4.4K likes. That's crazy. Me, I'm cool with 20 people in the live. It's only lately that it's been hitting 300. I'm really not famous, you guys. All right, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. That's it. I'm out of here. I'm just joking. Oh, I got a couple tests in. Thank you so much, big man. I'm pushing it. We need more slime to store the heat for the conductors. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I'm just trying to get this basic step in. Oh, I kind of got an idea. I could do that. No. All right, let's just go for it. We know what to do. It worked yesterday, so I don't know why the whole doubling thing is not working today. I'm actually surprised at how solid this is. So I'm still getting great data. It's just this one aspect of it is frustrating me to no end. Oh, you know what I'm doing wrong? That's what I'm doing. I need to do it here. Oh my gosh, this is so simple. I don't know why this was taking me so long. Okay, well, it's not that simple. Yep. Why is it even looser than ever? Oh, because I snapped it. Good. Now I can just retie it tighter. I didn't snap it. It actually just unraveled. Perfect. Perfect. Do 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 do. Yabba dabba do do do. I'm actually identifying a bunch of problems. I can't wait to watch this data back and analyze it. It's so weird doing these tests live. I never thought I would do that. Does the gamma wave hydrogen hypothetically... Oh, I don't know about that. Let's get the 10K hoverboards. Tap that screen. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. All right, so we got it tight. So we're going to be able to actually do a test now. Thank you, Lord, for your goodness. All right. Let's crack this guy open. Somehow he lost a sufficient quantity of his medium. So all of this, these are going to be sealed on the final board. The 270 cores. I don't know why I'm acting like it should be a walk in the park to test 270 cores, but I'm just so used to the last couple of days. Everything's been going so. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, it's still okay. Still okay. All right, cool. Excellent. Excellent. I see. Problem is I want it so far in the front. No solution at the moment. I mean, I could go ahead and super glue it. Can't hurt. Can't hurt. Can't hurt. Is it hovering? I mean, what's hovering? But I'd say so. But that's one thing I was looking at today, because I made that AI video of the board that was actually genuinely hovering, though it was AI, so it had no... The problem with actually floating in the air is just, the only way to do it is with, you can't do it with magnets. I know people think that you can get it done with magnets. You can't do it unless you're going to stay on a track, okay? Please, man, your videos are getting longer. Is that good or bad? You can't do magnets unless you're on a track. So the only way you can do it is with drone propellers. And I'm not... Literally, that's the only way you can do it. I mean, you could do rockets, I suppose. I guess you could do rockets. Rockets isn't a bad idea now that I think about it. I might try that. If you did a bunch of little rockets, the only other thing I kind of wanted to try is doing wings. All right, it should be dry now. Is it dry? No, it's not dry. That's the thing about this stuff. It needs contact. So let's go ahead and glue something to it. All right, just ignore that. Ignore this little piece here in the front. We'll glue him down too so he doesn't disturb me. Aesthetics are important. Okay. Oh, this thing has some heft to it now for such a little board. All right, let's go ahead and give it a test. Still too loose. Okay. I gotta listen now. All right, I'm gonna try one more thing, even though this part is probably not advisable, but it might actually be the way to go. And I'd rather find out than not, because I'm getting ready to move on no matter what. So, because I think we got a good model here and we can figure it out on the large scale. Let's go ahead and glue that right there. Oh. Let's see if that does it. Because really, I don't need it to move. Wait, but if it doesn't... Oh, yeah. Perfect. I don't need it to move because the core will move inside of it. Perfect. The only thing that I should have done in that case is make the leather longer, but it's okay. All right, let's go. Give it a second to dry. Oh, still wet on that side. Let's let that dry out a little bit. He's low-key onto some, I mean, I've tried enough times to at least be moving a little bit. All right. Oh. Don't let it dry out too much. What? What does that mean? Yes, use the time machine ring. Oh yeah. I've been wearing this all day. I guess I got playing around with this stuff. It's boosted my experience gain rate. It's like a lit RPG device. That's how it works. So, you know, anyway, won't get too much into the time machine ring right now. But, that's crappy. Failure. That's 2 days in a row, guys, where we've had failures. Now it's not moving, so I have nothing to blame it on. I should have just trusted it the first time. I mean, I don't know if it's the shape or what. Interesting. You know, mobility has become stalled yet again. Yeah, I mean, the data is immaculate. All right. All right, let's see if we can remove this without having done any severe damage. Jeez. Okay, not too bad. A little worse. Let's take this off. Jeez. All right. Jeez. Gluing it was definitely just not my best of ideas. But, you know, now we know what not to do. Actually, gluing it wasn't that bad of an idea if the whole idea would have worked. Whew. All right. Thank you guys for the 11.5K likes. That's crazy. Man, thank you guys so much. TikTok loves the likes, man. TikTok goes crazy for likes. I'm surprised how well the cubit lattice glued in, which is perfect. And this actually makes more sense because now we have a good 2D vector space, which might, I don't know if that really counts as a vector space, which might help us a little bit more in controlling the vector that is the 70 cores. So at least we have 2 cores now. We can find a new way to test those. I'm not gonna do a super long live tonight, you guys. Bro, it's not working because you forgot to add the what the heck? I don't know if that would work. I do like this material though. The way it just unravels like that is fascinating. This one can't really do it though. Because I glued it. Whew. That was a good test. It was a good test. Excellent. Too much glue? Yeah, that one had too much glue on it. What is the hypothesis for the experiment? Few hypotheses. 10th dimensional board, which means a complete full board, will be better at hovering. Part of the 10th dimensional aspect of it is also